Early days at Sydney Cove. After disembarking at Sydney Cove, Governor Phillip set the 751 convicts to work under the Marine supervision. The colony needed fences, roads, bridges and shelter. More importantly, the land had to be prepared to grow enough food for the colony until the Second Fleet brought more supplies from Britain in 1790. Hard times ahead. The local Gadigal people knew where to find an abundance of food around Sydney Cove, but the British discovered that they didn't have the same skills to survive in their new environment. By 1789, food supplies were dangerously low and rations were introduced for everyone. Rats, dingoes, crows, snakes, emus and kangaroos became part of their daily diet. Governor Phillip sent the Sirius to Cape Town to fetch food, but it took 7 months for the ship to return. Apart from food problems, they faced other challenges. The timber was so hard, it took 6 days to cut down one big tree to make a slab hut. Saws and axes broke easily. Few of the convicts were skilled carpenters. The First Fleet carried 5,000 bricks and thousands of nails and chisels, but this was not enough to build shelter for everyone. Most of the officers, soldiers and convicts had to live in tents for years. People's clothes turned to rags and there was no cloth to make new ones. Meetings with local Indigenous Australians were not always peaceful. Help arrives. On the 3rd of June 1790, a joyful cry rang out over the colony. The flag's up! Sails could be seen entering the harbour. Governor Phillip rowed out to meet the Lady Juliana, a convict transport of the Second Fleet. The ship brought food supplies and letters from Old England. The colony at last could hear about the French Revolution of 1789, the health of King George III, and the loss of the Second Fleet ship, the Guardian, after it hit ice. The Guardian was full of supplies for the colony. The Lady Juliana carried 222 female convicts. Each voyage to Sydney Cove lasted almost 11 months. The other 4 ships of the Second Fleet arrived in the last week of June 1790. The 1,026 convicts on these ships had not been treated well. Almost 25% of them had died from starvation, disease, and brutal treatment.